Hey, what's up, everybody? This your girl, Nick B, coming to you with another episode of Flying Fab. This episode is on a somber note because I wanted to come to you guys talking about something that happened in my city. Something that I should have talked about in my first episode because I was talking about Barack and how he was trying to come about changing the world that we live in. In saying that, on January 1st, 2009, a young man by the name of Oscar Grant was senselessly murdered by a BART police officer by the name of Johannes Meserly. This incident was videotaped by a few of the riders on the BART train. And so you can actually see where the guy pulls out his gun and just points it at the young man and just point blank shoots him and kills him. That is totally senseless. My heart goes out to his mother and his family, but my heart especially goes out to his daughter because now she will never get to know the love of her biological father. I'm sure sometime down the line a man will come into hers and her mother's life, but at the same time he will never be able to replace her biological father. I'm sure he will assume the responsibility or try to assume the responsibility, but it just still won't be the same because it won't be her biological father. There have been a lot of protests going on in the city protesting the death of this young man, and there has also been a lot of vandalism. And I just wanted to speak on those two things real quick. First, the vandalism. I don't understand why everyone is vandalizing like private businesses, like people who have nothing to do with the BART, that company, or anything like that. They're just regular, law-abiding, tax-paying citizens who just so happen to have business in the area where they were, protesting, and their businesses got vandalized, and that was senseless. Now, I'm not saying go out and vandalize, but if you're going to, why not vandalize the BART station? This was on their watch. You know what I'm saying? This had nothing to do with the private citizens or private business owners of the city of Oakland. Secondly, the protesting. I'm definitely not saying don't protest. I'm with protesting 1,000% because I think they should protest what happened to the young man because that was a senseless murder, and there have been things that have happened with not just the BART police officers but also the Oakland police officers. There have been corruption inside of the Oakland Police Department also. But in saying that, why are we not protesting for the other people who have been killed in our city? We have hundreds of senseless murders that happen every single year in Oakland, and nobody protests about that. But we wait till there is a high profile case involving an officer and we decide we want to protest, and then when we do protest we get to vandalizing things. That's not right. If we're going to protest, let's protest for every citizen in our city that is murder, because murder is murder, and to me, murder is senseless. The young lady that taped the incident, she was basically applauded for taping the incident because they had evidence against that officer, and it wasn't just the witness's word against the BART police officer word. There was actual video. But what if that same young lady had videotaped Jason next door killing Charles across the street? She would have been labeled as a snitch. You get what I'm saying? It's like a double standard. We need to get out of that people snitching or they're snitching on this person or whatever. If you witness somebody getting murdered, you need to tell it, because a police officer is definitely going to be put off the street, and they're not going to be able to kill anyone anymore. But the people that you're not telling on, the regular everyday people that are out there killing, you're leaving them on the streets to be able to kill more and more people. And we got to stop it, people. We need to come together, not just as a community, not just as a city, not just as a state. We need to come together as a whole, the whole United States. When there's a senseless killing anywhere, we need to work with the police to try to get these things solved. Because if it was one of your loved ones, you would want somebody, if they have seen what actually really did happen and know who killed them, or can give some insight to what happened to the police, you will want them to do that. So we should look out for everyone, not just our own loved ones, but everybody around the world. That is what Martin Luther King wanted. He not only wanted us to be free, but he wanted us to be united. And for us black people, he didn't want us to be free and have equal rights, for us to just keep killing each other. So that's it for today's episode of Flying Fab. You can hit me up with any comments or questions at flyingfab@yahoo.com. FLYNFAB@yahoo.com. I look forward to entertaining you guys soon. Thank you. Peace and blessings.